Good afternoon, Manila. Welcome to the 3 o'clock news. I'm Corlo Alcazar, and I'm here to bring you the latest updates in our education system. For a news flash, the grammar translation method is no longer effective according to experts. Thus, an emergence of a new method, known as the direct method, that expressly addressed those competencies sparsely taught by its predecessor, is being implemented in the Philippine teaching setup. For more updates about the new method, let's hear it from Nico.
Good afternoon, Manila. I'm Nico, and I know that the emergence and the establishment of this new method is a wonder to everyone. So I'm here right now to cover the story. A movement to change the way modern language is being taught emerged in the 1880s, primarily in Germany and Scandinavia. The direct approach quickly extended to the rest of the Europe and the US. This methodology emerged to address the shortcoming of grammar translation method, which was the most widely used teaching language method during the time. The direct method was developed as an antithesis to grammar translation method. It was established in England around 1900 and contrasts with grammar translation method and other traditional approaches, as well as C.J. Dodson's bilingual method. It was adopted by key international language schools such as Berlin's Alliance Francaise and in Lingua in 1970s, and many of the language department of the Foreign Service Institute of the U.S. State Department in 2012. Enthusiastic supporters of the direct method introduced it in France and Germany, and it became widely known in the U.S. states to its use by Sabur and Maximilian Berlitz in successful commercial language schools. That's it for now. This is Nico reporting. Back to you, Pearl.
Thank you, Nico. Now let's hear from Jasmine. Jasmine, do you have any news about the founders, pioneers, or advocates of this new language teaching method?
Yes, Pearl, I do have. There are actually four people under this method. First, we have Frank Gouin, the founder of the direct method in 1860. He observed hundreds of French students learning a foreign language and concluded that learning a foreign language should be in the same way by which people learn their L1. There's also Maximilian Berlitz, a German linguist, was one of the country's early adapters. When he became ill and had to hand over his French lessons to one of his aides who could not speak English, he was convinced of the effectiveness of this approach. A few weeks later, he went back to the classroom and discovered that the children were speaking French semi-fluently. And lastly, Pendergast and Sauvier, that strongly advocate an alternative method wherein the target language was presented in context and the mother tongue was avoided. They are the principal advocates who propose what they call natural method that suggests radical change from grammar translation. This natural method later on came to be known as the direct method. That's all for now. Again, I'm Jasmine reporting. Back to you, Pearl.
Thank you, Jasmine. It seems like the people have to understand more of what this direct method all about. Why don't we hear something from Nicole? Nicole, can you tell us more about what this direct method? Do you think there are pros and cons with this new method?
Of course, Pearl, there are more to tell about this method. The direct approach is reaction to the grammar translation approach and its failure to produce learners who could use the foreign language they have been studying. It is named direct because the meaning should be directly connected with the target language without translation into their native language or L1. The picture beside me is the illustration of how language have acquired by the learners using direct method approach. First illustration above is that the meaning or concept that they are thinking will directly comes out in their mouth using their target language without translating the thought through their L1. While the translation below shows that it is not recommended based on direct approach to translate your thought first using your L1 and translate it again in your L2 or target language. The direct method aims at establishing the direct bond between thought and expressions and between experience and language. It is based on the assumption that the learner should experience the new language in the same way as he experienced his mother tongue. The mantra of the direct method is demonstrate, don't translate. Now, here is the pros and cons of using direct method as an approach to language teaching. This is Nicole reporting. Back to you, Pearl.
Thank you, Nicole. We heard enough already of the direct method. Now let's see how this method is being used nowadays in a teaching setup. We have Rachel covering the story. Rachel, are you there?
Yes, Pearl. We are here right now in Gandana Elementary School to see how teachers are using the direct method for their students to learn. Now, before we see the teachers and students in action, here are some few key principles for this method. No use of the mother tongue is permitted. For example, the teacher does not need to know the student's native language. Lessons begin with dialogues and anecdotes in a modern conversational style. Actions and pictures are used to make meanings clear. Grammar is learned inductively. Literary texts are read for pleasure and are not analyzed grammatically. The target culture is also taught inductively. The teacher must be a native speaker or have the native-like proficiency in the target language. We are here right now witnessing a demonstration or application of the direct method. Let's be quiet for a while and watch.
So, good morning, kids. Good morning. So, how are you? Okay, that's good. So, I have a question for you guys. What is our lesson yesterday? Color. Oh, yes, right, Pearl. It is color. So, I have a question for you. What color is this? Red. And can anyone say to me what is your favorite color? Yes, Jasmine, purple teacher. Wow. So that is wonderful. Why do you, Pearl? What is your favorite color?
This apple is blue, and this is my favorite.
Yes. So we're done with teaching you whatever color is your favorite. So now let's proceed to different shapes that we have to learn today. So what shape is this? Circle. This one? Circle. And is this circle? No. Right, that is not a circle. And then this one? Yes. What shape is this? Triangle. Right, you are very right. While this one? Triangle. Is this a triangle? No. Yes. What shape is this, class? Square. Okay. And then this one? Rectangle. Okay, you're so very right, class. And then is this a rectangle? No. Okay. I think I have teach you something. So thank you guys. I think you have learned different shapes today. I hope you can use it in your past plans in the future. So this is the end of our discussion for today. Thank you, class. Thank you,
And we're back to the studio. This direct method primarily concentrates on speaking and listening abilities. New vocabulary is taught by visuals, mimic, demonstration, or inference from the context in which the words arises. To enable students to begin speaking and interacting the target language as soon as possible, basic vocabulary is taught first. That's direct method for us, everyone. This is Pearl reporting.